What's up, y'all? Out here hiking again, finally, after a long hiatus after the AT. And I'm out here on the Knobstone Trail. If you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you know that I've done this trail before. It's real hard. It is. If you've hiked with me and you've heard me talk about it, you know, I personally think it's harder than anything on the AT. There's a sign coming up here and it says that this trail is known as the AT of the Midwest because of just how rugged and steep and just how gnarly it is. Really only like southern Maine was much harder, and you know, I'm happy to be out here, but I'm not really looking forward to this hike. And then let me see, and if you read that paragraph, has the Appalachian Trail of the Midwest, and then here's the elevation change. I mean, it's southern Indiana, so you're really not getting, you barely get above 1,000 feet. So you're not getting huge elevation changes and big climbs, but it's just the consistent up and down and up and down and up and down. That make it so that I'm not really excited for this hike, especially this trail. But I want to get out in the woods and test out some new stuff that I got. It is cold. You know, so right now it's like 35 degrees and it's supposed to be getting down below 30, down to like 25 at nighttime over the next couple days. Luckily, it's not supposed to rain. So testing out a new quilt, you know, some new trekking poles. Got the GoPro, gonna see how that goes. And hopefully this ends up being a good time. So last time I hiked the Knobstone, once I got picked up by a woman who like kind of just really takes care of everything on the Knobstone, she actually told me about a stone shelter. She was like, "Oh, did you camp there?" And I had no idea what she was talking about. She's like, "Oh, well, if you go south, you'll really notice it." Well, I kind of had an idea where it was. As I'm going north, I was like really paying attention, and I think I found it. If you see that rock with all the stumps on it, and there's definitely a trail going to it. So I'm really hoping that this is it, because it's about time to set up camp as it is. Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a cliff that I can camp under, and there's firewood, and this is amazing. I'm very excited. Oh yes. All right, so it's the end of the first night and I've got my camp set up and everything, which didn't really take much, you know, just lay out my sleeping bag, call it good. I made about 8 miles in today, which I'm pretty happy with. I got a late start, started a little bit afternoon, and a little embarrassing story that I got. I actually came out the same trail last weekend, and I made it a grand total of 3 miles into the hike. Started real late, got in, hiked for an hour, made it to mile 3, set up camp, and it was so just horribly cold, and I did not have the right sleeping bag. I didn't have the right camp set up. I was not ready to sleep in that type of temperature. So I got a better sleeping bag. I actually brought out, you know, I always have my puffy on me, but long johns, tights, thick socks, you know, I got everything going, so I should stay warm tonight. There's actually some firewood that people have left, if you can just barely see it. So worst comes to worst, I guess I can start a fire. I got a decent view going. Not the best thing ever, but you know, look at some trees and look out over, you know, see the tops of some other hills, so I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make me some dinner and read a little bit and go to sleep, and then I'll be back in the morning walking my way along. I'm out here a little bit afternoon of the second day, and I was talking about like how hard this trail was and how difficult I remember it being, but I didn't know if my view of it would change once I got on it again after having actually done some other hikes. And definitely has. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I think last time I came out here, I was carrying like 35 pounds of stuff. Didn't really know what I was doing. Didn't have the right shoes, and wasn't in shape at all. But now, I mean, I got like a 20-pound pack. I actually kind of know what I'm doing. I'm in a little bit better shape, and I'm just kind of cruising along. And the climbs that I remember, I mean, I get to the top and I just almost want to lay down. I wouldn't even want to hike anymore. And
It just dropped.
yeah. And it's just not that hard anymore. So that's a big plus. But got this full day, and then tomorrow will probably end up being just about a full day of hiking. Just won't be able to camp out here. I have to get home after it. But shouldn't be too bad.
So sitting here at night 2, and I was like fully intending on making a video of me setting up my tarp, because I don't use a tent, and like showing how I set it up and doing like a quick time lapse and everything. But as is the way to go on every hiking trip that I do, I forgot not my tent stakes, which I made sure because I got some new ones, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to test these out, like actually have some good tent stakes. I forgot like the strings that I use to tie up my trekking poles and stuff, and how I set it up. So I'm cowboy camping tonight. Luckily there's no rain forecasted. It's not supposed to rain, but I've definitely been in that situation before and rolled the dice and got rained on. So I'm hoping that I don't encounter any rain, because if it does, I'm just gonna have to have everything be wet tomorrow as I finish up. That being said, I'm not gonna make it to the end of the trail. Just the days are too short. I'm not really hiking that fast. I don't really care too much about, like, I didn't come out here with like, oh, I have to finish the trail, I have to do it. I just wanted to come out and hike. So I've been taking my time, you know, not really killing my body, and taking a lot of breaks, and just to kind of enjoying being out here. So I'm not gonna get done. I'm only gonna make it a little over 30 miles, which I'm not upset about, because it happens. You know, I'll do more hiking. You know, I miss out on the 11 miles at the end of the trail, and it just happens sometimes. So close out tonight. Gonna enjoy some ramen with what is it? Spicy, some Doritos in it. It's like the spicy sweet, the purple bag. You know, I don't know, can't remember the flavors, but it's the purple bag. Obviously the best flavor. And probably do some reading and go to bed.
One of the downfalls of cowboy camping, especially when it's cold, is that now everything's covered in frost. It was cold last night, but I got a good sleeping bag, so I still slept. But my feet are cold.
Alright, y'all, so I just finished up my Knobstone section hike, I guess. You know, wanted it to be a through hike, but not everything works out. Got to ride back to my truck, so gonna go ahead and drive home. You know, if you like watching me hike or watching me do whatever, you know, like the video, and I don't know, subscribe if you want. I don't really care either way. Just kind of do these for fun. But if you do enjoy watching me do stuff, you know, leave a comment below on what you want to see in the future, or how I can make my videos better. You know, this is the first one I ever made, so I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying and making these for, you know, family and friends and stuff. But if you got any suggestions or requests or anything, you know, just leave a comment, and I'll read it and see what I can do and try and make a video about it. So thanks for watching.